Oh, wait a minute, there is... Ah, okay. Go up these stairs, jump up through here. And probably... more passage. Yeah, okay. Up we go. This way. Perfect. Frenzy XM 2311.
Really looks like this one
Legendary
almost made
pistol.
it to launch. Wonder what the final problems were.
Okay. Wonder if that's what he means by elevator. There's nothing down there, which is confusing. Find a way in. Okay, so that's the way inside. Power required. Okay, so where do I have a power? I have a battery. Where do I stick that? Wait. Oh, I can't get in there. Okay. I feel like I need to put this battery I have somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. Perfect. Hold F to turn the flashlight on and off. Find information. What? About NASA. Also...
Crew preparation area. I can't imagine how tense and chaotic it must have been.
Remember, the final vitals and suit seal checks are essentially as we've come a long way as far as tolerances. Yes, the number of people cleared for launch is much higher than it used to be, but these people's lives are still in our hands. I know there's rumors that the next launch is slated to be cancelled. Let's not have that be on us. Assume it's go time every time. Your professionalism is what makes space travel just a little bit safer. We can use every ounce we can get.
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatienne. The recent delivery from Mars is unsettling. I was expecting rock samples or maybe fossils of microbial life. Instead, Dr. Victor Isa comes with 2 members of the military. Everything they brought back is under wraps. What could a theoretical physicist need with a sample from Mars?
Question.
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatienne. I've been trying to cozy up to Dr. Isa, Victor, to see what is going on. His team has completely commandeered one of the labs with those 2 military handlers, checking who comes in and out. I joked that maybe he found a little gray man and was doing an autopsy, and he grew very pale. 2 days later, he sends me a request asking for more information on my background in materials science, metallurgical engineering. Oh, we have a meeting tomorrow. I think I'm being invited into the lab. Station log. Dr. Judith Tatienne. I have never been so nervous since I defended my dissertation. 4 hours talking to Victor and his team about theoretical metals, atomic bonding, even a half-hour divergence into magnetism that I'm pretty sure was to throw me off the trail of what we were actually talking about. Then, I got to see the lab. I don't know how much I should say, but the periodic table just got thrown out the window.
Oh. That'll be like a catastrophic, chaotic update to science whenever or if ever that happens. When something you can't explain happens in science because it throws the periodic table out the window. Like, whenever that happens, if it ever happens, But, like, that will also be super exciting. Oh. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's distilled water. Hold on.
Looks like a structural collapse of the underlying strata. Typical of karst topography.
I'm surprised we don't have, like, spacers here and stuff.
They had a museum, but this whole place is a museum now. Anyway, looks like an exit at the end of the hall.
In 2150, scientists first predicted the destruction of our beloved Earth. Atmospheric phenomena would cause breathable air to sputter outside the Earth's gravity, dooming all life that remained. An estimated 50 years until the end has given NASA and other space agencies around the world the opportunity to migrate humanity away from certain death and into the stars. Thanks in part to the development of the grav drive, humanity will live on. I wonder if that's going to happen, like, in the next 40 years or something. We're gonna have like developments in the grav drive which will allow us to move to different spots.
I just don't understand where these calculations came from.
There's something wrong with the math? I think it's quite straightforward.
That's not what I'm asking. We've had no success extracting even a sample of material from the object. No explanation for the gravitational effects, no motion graph to explain its harmonic frequencies. I can't even establish a melting point.
Judith.
But you've had me building these prototype colliders for months. And now you want me to pump helium-3 into it based on this equation you've written on a goddamn napkin?
I just need you to trust me.
I have been trusting you. We keep slamming our heads against a brick wall, getting
Rooms
nothing.
like this
And
across
you
the
keep coming up
globe.
with something new to try.
Scientists
Like,
figured out
you
how
know
to
what's going
save
happen.
our species.
Where are you getting your
These
information,
are the
Victor?
heroes.
I'm sorry, Judith. Look, not here, okay? Somewhere off base. I'll tell you everything. But I'm not lying, okay? We're going to discover something important here. I promise.
This Victor Isa guy, or whatever his name is, the voice actor for him is the same guy who does Bellathor from Skyrim.
The final days of humanity on Earth must have been a special sort of hell for hopeful scientists.
Yeah. Last. Kind of convenient. This takes us oop and down. Oop and down? Hmm. Wait. Yes.
Perfect.
Power required. Ah. I need a battery. Or no, I don't need a battery. Just need it to turn it on. What am I at here? 185 out of 210. I have to stop picking stuff up, I think. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop some of the stuff I have before, because I have tons of... Like... I can drop that. Drop that. I just dropped those. For now, that should be okay. I really need to sell some of this, actually. This kind of looks like we're going to an artifact or something. Might need that. Feel like we might need it. Yeah. It's really convenient how they place one or two just sitting there randomly in the middle of this place. So definitely good idea to pick it up. Whoa!
Oh, this is going to be fast. I can go low tech any old day. And done. You're okay, right?
Kinda came out of nowhere.
Something's out there. You're done? Impressive.
Hells yeah, brother. Turn that power on. Oh, it's okay. Didn't even have to open that with a digipick because there was a way in. Wide open. Okay. What's in here? Ooh, we're getting really close.
Imagine if they hadn't been able to convince people to invest this much. I wonder if humanity would still be here.
Here we go. Check all badges before allowing access. Yes, even the generals. I don't care how angry they get. These are direct orders from the secretary. Absolutely no phones or recording devices. All written materials, clipboards, notebooks are to be checked on exit from the labs. Confiscate anything confidential with confidential information on it.
Project log. Dr. Victor Isa. We turned on the prototype today. The gravitational field around it began to fold as we long suspected. Complete reversal of gravitational pull was observed on dozens of loose objects around the lab. I'm setting up a meeting with the directors to propose a larger test. The prototype proves we don't need the original anymore, but further work is going to have to take place in space. Somewhere with abundant helium-3 and with a civilian partner. Someone with access to large-scale manufacturing resources and computational equipment. Engineering gravitational folds pulling the far side of the solar system closer to us, it's all going to be possible.
Right.
Project log. Dr. Judith Tatian. I watched the gravjet tests from the moon today. It was the first time we were able to talk to the team at Nova Galactic directly. So many things were under wraps before, but now everyone wants all the publicity they can get. I'm already seeing proposals for manufacturing hundreds of drives, expeditions to Alpha Centauri and beyond. It's also overwhelming and worrying. It could take years, decades, before we know what all the side effects of operating a grav drive can be, but no one wants to hear that right now. Like a bunch of pioneers racing towards the edges of the frontier without knowing about the grizzly bears in the mountains.
True. She's right, you know. He's right.
The artifact is in...
Can't do that, really. We need to... That's too far. That's far. Okay.
Hard now. But look at all this stuff. Simply astounding.
Hold the rifle. I kind of want to take this because it's worth something, but I'm not gonna. Because it's too heavy. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, interesting. Is this where I need to be? Float down. What is that noise? Is it this? It's gotta be this thing right here. Oh. You see a way in, Barrett? Hold on. I don't see any way in. From out here, at least. Which means... gotta go this way, I think. Oh no, this is the way we came down, actually. This is where we need to go, right here. Wait a second. There we go.
Always a pleasure watching you work.
Yes, sir. This guy got wrecked. I feel like I'm going too far down here. Let me just... Yes. Please be careful whenever running power through the prototype, secure all loose objects, and have researchers empty pockets and remove jewelry, watches, etc. Reminder that the core of the drive contains a specimen that is irreplaceable and all data is under the strictest clearance. Exercise all caution with all research materials and ensure information does not leave this lab. So I think we're just learning the beginnings of the first grav drive.
I never actually got to visit your lab.
Excuse me.
Back when we were working on the grav drive projects.
Seems like ancient history now. Only thing we're doing these days is launching weather satellites.
Guess this is as good a retirement as any. Now, Project Demeter. You want our help manufacturing scanners to better track these new meteorological patterns we're seeing.
Our guess is that the poles might be naturally shifting, causing some gravitational fluctuations that are throwing off our old models.
Why do you need the scanning tolerances to be so small? What are you trying to find?
I just want to be sure. It's not like we're doing much these days anyway. The glory days are over. Why not give ourselves a challenge before they write us off in the history books?
As requested, the astrophysics research team has done a full analysis of the data you provided us. The measurements of the Earth's magnetosphere show clear signs of fluctuation, often in correlation to the periods of frequent and large gravity wave spikes emanating from the moon. These gravity waves seem to be affecting the magnet shield provided by the Earth's inner core, and may be affecting the core itself, given the proximity to source. Data indicates the change rate is increasingly exponentially. As our magnetosphere falters, its ability to protect us from the sun's solar and wind falters. Beyond the devastating effects of solar radiation, this will lead to something more dire and sputtering, or stripping away of our atmosphere. This has happened before to Mars, a planet studied since the earliest days of space to see into Earth's possible future. We are afraid this future may be closer than we ever thought imaginable. Some may view this data as normal, others have seen historical fluctuations and polarity changes of Earth's core. This is orders of magnitude greater. We see echoes of previous generations' debates over global warming, and we want the science here to be clear. Like waves in the ocean, these gravity waves rise and eventually crash into the shore of the Earth as devastating consequences.
I know what I'm seeing, Victor. The data coming back from the satellites is very clear. It's the grav drives.
All those jumps from the moon. At this rate, Earth's atmosphere is going to start sputtering out into space.
Can the drives be fixed?
I'm working on some designs that should discreetly solve the problem, under the guise of an emergency update to the fueling pumps.
We're talking about the end of Earth, and you're trying to be subtle about it.
Judith, the last thing we need is people losing faith in grav drive technology. That might be our only option.
To what? Are you seriously saying we should abandon Earth?
The timeline is under 50 years. A blink of an eye for a planet, but more than enough time for a human exodus.
And what do we tell people?
We say it's an act of God, one that science has found a solution for. Time for humanity to take its place in the stars.
You knew, didn't you? You lied to me. All this time, I dedicated my life to this discovery, Victor. And you knew we were going to kill off our planet?
You haven't seen the future I've seen. There's an infinite expanse of promise out there. A meteor could have hit Earth. A plague, another world war. Colonizing other galaxies secures humanity's future for all coming generations, across all time.
At the expense of our home.
Stop it, both of you! All that
Dang.
matters is building enough ships to get everyone off this planet. And we need to start now.
I'll draft up a statement. We'll need to address the entire international community. I'm sorry, Judith.
There isn't a planet in this universe that will be far enough away from you, Victor. We are never speaking again after this is over.
Damn.
My name is Dr. Victor Isa.
Release
And
the
if
artifact.
You're listening to this, then you probably already know the truth. I was young when I first headed the retrieval team of an odd gravitational anomaly on Mars. But I kept what really happened that day hidden from everyone except one other person. Even she didn't believe me at first. But I have no reason to lie to anyone now, so I hope you'll accept this confession, whoever you are. When I touched the anomaly, I experienced 12 days of lost time. I met myself. He told me every everything that has since come true. The grav drive equations, the tests on the moon, Earth's atmosphere sputtering away because of what we had done. But he also told me about a city thriving on a planet orbiting a distant star. Human culture, art, music, lifestyles evolving and shining brightly across all of space. What price would I be willing to pay for that future? Maybe you don't believe me. Maybe Judith was right and I'm just a coward who wants to believe his mistakes were justified. But everyone has forgotten about the real origins of the grav drive, this artifact from Mars. I
Oh.
hope you make better use of it than I did.
So the grav drive in this canon of this game was created from the artifacts that we are gathering. We found one on Mars.
A terrible but inevitable disaster? The grav drives?
And it turns out that's what
How did they
we're...
not realize?
Okay, cool. That's crazy, man.